grab your tissues and maybe a Zord-sized emotional support pillow, because today we're diving into Power Rangers moments that absolutely wrecked us. These aren't just epic battles or morphin' time hype. These are the scenes that punched us right in the childhood and whispered, "Feel that? That's pain in spandex." From heartbreaking sacrifices to the kind of goodbyes that made us sob louder than Alpha 5 in crisis mode, this list isn't for the emotionally unprepared. Let's rip open that morphin grid and relive the 10 Power Rangers moments that left us in tears, whether we wanted to or not. 10. The original team's final morph, Once and Always tribute. 30 years later, the suits still fit, the power still works, but the emotion? That's what really hits you. In Once and Always, the original Rangers reunite one last time, not just for a mission, but to honor their fallen teammate, Trini. Her death sends shockwaves through the team, but what they do next? They suit up, they morph, and they fight in her name. Seeing Zach, Billy, and the next generation shoulder the weight of legacy while mourning their friend, it's more than just nostalgia. It's grief, healing, and a love letter to the past. We even get that sacred moment. It's morphin' time. Not shouted with cocky teen energy, but with the pain, pride, and power of warriors who've been through it all. For longtime fans, it was closure. A full circle moment, a reminder that the power never really leaves. It just passes on. And as the lightning fades, one truth remains. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. 9. Jason leaves the team, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Jason wasn't just the Red Ranger. He was the blueprint, the OG leader, the guy who could roundhouse a putty while giving a motivational speech. So when he announced he was leaving the team in Season 2, fans were like, "Excuse me, what?" Behind the scenes, contract disputes. On screen, a peace conference. Because apparently world peace needed 3 high schoolers from Angel Grove and not, say, the United Nations. Jason, Trini, and Zach were replaced mid-season, literally teleported away in a goodbye. So rushed it made a Power Rangers battle look chill. And we never even got a real on-screen farewell from the actual actors. Just voiceovers. It hurt. Jason was our fearless leader, and suddenly, he was gone. 8. Kimberly's breakup letter. Tommy and Kimberly were that couple. Pink and red. Gymnast and martial artist. OG Ranger power couple energy. For years, they fought side by side, flirted mid-battle, and made fans believe love could survive anything. Then, the letter happened. In Power Rangers Zeo, Kimberly sends Tommy a literal Dear John letter from Florida. And just like that, Ranger Romeo is single. She tells him she's met someone else and asks for forgiveness. Like, "Sorry I emotionally nuked you in the middle of your superhero responsibilities, but bestie, good luck out there." Tommy reads it with the same face you'd make after your Zord exploded. Fans were devastated, and if that wasn't sad enough, the Boom Studios comic miniseries Pink drops a plot twist. There wasn't another guy. Kimberly just felt they had grown too far apart. Long-distance love? Turns out not even morphin power can always save that. It wasn't just the end of a relationship, it was the end of an era. And Tommy? He never really got closure. Only that letter. Trini's death hit harder than a Zord punch, Once and Always. Fans have carried Thuy Trang's legacy in their hearts since her tragic passing in 2001. So when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Once and Always dropped on Netflix, we knew it was going to hit different. But no one was ready for this. In the opening minutes, Trini Kwan, the original Yellow Ranger, is killed. Not in some flashback, not off-screen. We watch it happen. She sacrifices herself, stepping in to protect Billy from a blast meant for him. One fired by a resurrected Robo-Rita, who, just to twist the knife, only exists because Billy accidentally brought her back. Oof. That's trauma on trauma. The moment is brutal, sudden, and silent. And it's real, because it's not just a Ranger falling in battle. It's the show saying goodbye to Thuy Trang in the only way it really could, with honor, love, and a full-circle legacy. 6. RPM's dystopian backstory. Power Rangers RPM. So, RPM said, "Forget Saturday morning vibes. We're going full apocalypse. This isn't teenagers with attitude. This is teenagers with trauma, a robotic uprising, and zero hope on the menu." Meet Dylan, a mysterious loner with amnesia and a robot virus eating him from the inside out. Or Tanaya, a villain with killer eyeliner and, oh yeah, a brainwashed human past. Spoiler, she's his sister. Surprise trauma. And then there's Ziggy, the comic relief who accidentally bonds with the Green Ranger morphing grid while being chased by mobsters. Yes, mobsters, in Power Rangers. Welcome to RPM, but the real gut punch? The backstory. The Venjix virus wiped out almost all of humanity. Families lost, cities gone, most of the world is just digital dust. The Rangers? They're the last line of defense in a sci-fi wasteland where happiness is extinct and existential dread is the theme song. 5. Billy stays behind, Power Rangers Zeo. Billy Cranston, the tech wizard, the brains of the original team, the guy who could build a time-traveling Zord before breakfast. But in Power Rangers Zeo, Billy does something completely unexpected. He chooses to step away. After being a Power Ranger from day one, Billy opts out of the Zeo powers. Not because he's weak, not because he's scared, but because he's grown. Instead of fighting on the front lines, he supports the team behind the scenes, becoming the Q to their James Bond. But then comes the kicker. He leaves Earth entirely, teleporting to Aquitar to live among fish people aliens and continue his science adventures. No big send-off, no morphing montage, no final battle, just gone. Crickets, emotional damage. For the fans, it was like losing a best friend who didn't even say goodbye. Billy was the glue of the original squad, and suddenly we were unglued. He didn't go out in a blaze of glory, he just faded away. And somehow, that hurt even more. 4. Jen and Wes say goodbye. Power Rangers, Time Force. Some people say long-distance relationships are hard. Try 1,000 years apart. Yeah, that's the vibe. In Power Rangers Time Force, Jen and Wes start as total opposites. She's a no-nonsense Time Force officer, and he's a rich kid with a jawline sharp enough to cut glass. But somewhere between the mutant battles and stolen glances, they fall in love. Then, the time comes. Literally. Jen has to return to the year 3000. The future's calling, and she can't hit decline. Wes offers to come with her. Jen considers staying. And for a second, you think they'll find a way. But instead, just a kiss on the helmet, a single tear, and goodbye. No dramatic explosion, no monster fight, just two people choosing duty over desire. And fans screaming into their pillows. 3. Tommy's letter to himself. Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Tommy Oliver, the Ranger GOAT, green, white, red, black. If Power Rangers were Pokemon, he'd be the final evolution. But in Dino Thunder, we got something we never expected. Reflection. In a moment so rare it should be in a museum, Tommy writes a letter to his younger self. Not a battle plan, not a Zord schematic, a letter about growth, about pain, about legacy, about feelings. Who gave him permission to be this emotionally available? It's a raw, quiet moment that hits harder than a putty to the face. He tells his younger self to trust the people. It's not a fight. It's not a morph. It's not even a goodbye. It's just a man saying, hey, we made it. And for us longtime fans, it was the moment we realized Tommy wasn't just a hero. He was human. Kendrick's death. In a franchise where characters usually walk off injuries like they're paper cuts, Kendrick's death in Lost Galaxy felt like a sucker punch to the soul. During a brutal battle with Psycho Pink, Kendricks does what no Ranger had done before. She sacrifices herself. To save Cassie, the Pink Ranger from in space, and protect Terra Venture from the explosive force of the Savage Sword, Kendricks takes the hit. No hesitation, no backup plan, just pure courage. And then she's gone, disintegrated in a swirl of pink energy. A Ranger? Actually dead. And in a series known for explosions, this moment proved that the quietest sacrifice can echo the loudest. 1. Zordon's sacrifice, Power Rangers in space. Zordon, the floating head, the glowing mentor, the galactic father figure who somehow held the universe together with stern pep talks and just vibes. And in Power Rangers in space, he made the ultimate sacrifice, shattering his energy tube to obliterate evil from the universe. Like, imagine being so good that when you explode, evil just gives up. That's not just heroism, that's cosmic therapy. Andros hesitates. Of course he does. Because how do you destroy the man who's basically your space dad? But Zordon insists, and with one tearful swipe of a sword, boom! Zordon goes out in a literal light show of righteousness, purging villains like a universe-sized antivirus. Rita turned good. Zed, soft boy mode. Astronema, cured of her villain era. But we were left behind. No more Zordon speeches, no more glowing wisdom. Just the echo of a hero who believed in teenagers with attitude. And there you have it. 10 Power Rangers moments that emotionally karate-chopped our hearts. If you're still wiping your eyes with your Megazord plushie, just know you're not alone. We all cried. Even Lord Zed probably got misty. Probably. Which moment broke you the most? Did we miss a gut punch that left you curled up like a sad putty patroller? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, sub, and hit that bell harder than a ranger calling their Zord, because we've got more nostalgia-fueled breakdowns on the way. Peace out, Rangers.